Thank you, Chair. Mr. President, the reality is that things are worse off for the country as compared to 2019. There's been an increase in load shedding, unemployment, crime, and the cost of living. To prevent the collapse of the country and restore the dignity of the people, the following must happen. The recognition of Amahlubi is critical in restoring the dignity of Africans. Ingonyama Langalibalele was the first political prisoner in Robben Island. It is hatred of our people that the king and the nation of Amahlubi are still not recognized in our country. The government must act on all these establishments that are selling fake foods. The environmental health practitioners must be employed and deployed to remove all unsafe foods from being sold to our people. Mr. President, the fact that you went to a foreign trader who's probably not legally in the country, not paying taxes, selling fake and expired foods, whilst our children in Soweto died of fake foods last year, and you did not go to their families, let alone condemn the action, shows how much you disregard South Africans who've been calling for the government to act on illegal immigration and the foreign domination on the township economy. The government must secure borders to ensure legal movement of people. Mr. President, the rate at which illegal immigration is happening in our country, it can't be characterized as illegal immigration anymore. It is an invasion. The government must criminally charge all these companies that are employing people who are in the country illegally. There must be an end to load shedding now. Power stations must be serviced and maintained, and the evergreen contracts that are draining the finances of Eskom must be terminated. There must be a commission of inquiry to look into the rand manipulation and the unethical practices of the banking sector. The actions of the banks in fixing the rand is economic treason that has destroyed the lives of many people. Mr. President, people lost their homes, they lost their their cars, and even some took their lives because of these banks. We will not let it slide. Those banks must be held accountable. All police reservists must be employed to boost police visibility in the fight against crime. The government must be harsh against drug and human trafficking. Drug dealers are killing our country and they deserve no mercy. The government must aggressively deal with the protection fee phenomenon. Poor people who are trying to make an honest living cannot be held ransom by criminals. Mafias who forcefully demand 30% fee from local projects and businesses must be brought to a stop. The digital industry, such as Uber and Bolt, must operate in line with our national interests. They must comply with our immigration and labor laws, protect the drivers, and pay the applicable taxes. The film and television industry must be regulated. Film personnel are currently exploited by the industry producers and production companies, and there must be educational content that builds the spirituality and moral character of our country. Mr. President, as seen now as a country with a television content that is full of alcohol abuse, drugs, sex, and crime, the government must go on an aggressive local manufacturing drive. We can't be even importing toothpicks. Basic goods such as cutlery, towels, soaps must be produced in all districts in order to make citizens to be economically active. And the township economy must be transformed and restored to the citizens. There must be more skills development centers, libraries, art centers than taverns in the townships. Townships and villages cannot be the face of social ills, alcohol and drug abuse. Access to health is a basic human right. Patients are not receiving adequate health care due to the shortage of doctors. The unemployed doctors must be employed now. There must be a farming revolution where all people are assisted to farm wherever there is arable land. This will reduce the food prices and ensure a people-driven food security. The agricultural assistant practitioners must be employed to drive this farming revolution. Mr. President, I want to call all South Africans to rescue our country from being a failed state come election day by voting for a people-funded and people-centered party that puts the interests of South Africans first. All South Africans come these elections, they must vote for ATM. Citizens we have a responsibility of shaping the direction the country is taking. And the country is collapsing right under your watch. Therefore, you as citizens, you have a responsibility of shaping the direction of the country by voting ATM. Thank you.
Thank you.